Hello, today, or in this video, we're going to be ranking all these Clone Trooper variants on this very nice tier list. So, let's start with the Alpha Class ARC Troopers. This is not in my area of expertise of clones. I believe this is more Legends than canon, but from what I know, they're, really cool, so I'm gonna have to put them in the cool category. I mean, behind this text it looks like a pretty epic image, but it's gotta be in cool, along with the just regular ARC Troopers. I mean, they're cool, again, but not as epic as some of the other ones. ARC Troopers are, good. I don't really have much to say. I should probably say, ARC stands for Advanced Recon Commando, and ARF stands for Advanced Recon Forces. I believe, unless I'm a fool, I might be. But, yeah, these guys are there. BARC Troopers are good. They're the ones that ride the BARC speeders, Commander Neo, his forces. Blaze Troopers are mid, because I don't think they're canon, and if they are, they're just clones and giant mechs. They're basically the clone Flame Troopers, but in mechs. So, next is the Clone Cadets, which I'm also going to have to put in mid. They're cadets, and they barely know anything, so, that's that. They don't know anything. Clone Commanders are good. They're the ones with like the yellow markings when they're in Phase 1, and then in Phase 2 they usually have helmet accessories, waist capes. So, that kind of thing, they're okay. Good. Comms Troopers, mid. Don't know much about them, but, it's pretty self-explanatory. They're important, but they're just clone troopers with expertise in communication and comms. The covert operations troopers are cool. I don't believe they're canon, but they have a very interesting purpose, which I believe is to hunt down deserters of other clones, or like deserters of the Republic. So, what other clone troopers would find disgusting, these guys it's their daily job. Normal clone troopers, they're normal clones, but they're the backbone of the Grand Army of the Republic, so they're gonna have to be in good. Can't rank them lower than that. Clone Engineers, it says here. Just gonna put them in mid. Don't know much about them. They're just not touched heavily upon, along with the Bomb Squad, but I just feel bad for these guys, because the Republic gave them, no extra protection. They're just Phase 1 and Phase 2 armored clone troopers with expertise in defusing bombs that are highly destructive, more destructive in some cases than the bombs on Earth, and yet on Earth we give our bomb specialists more armor against these weapons, so I feel bad for them because they have minimal protection against explosives. Clone Flame Troopers I'm going to put in mid. They're basically just using flamethrowers to... it's kind of like an atrocity on our world, but, I don't know the war crime status. There are war crimes. People are sentenced to execution because of war crimes, but it seems these clones aren't violating any of them, so there's that. Clone Gunners, they're gunners, not much to say. Pretty cool, I guess. Heavy Troopers, I'm gonna have to, again, put in good. They're just clone troopers with heavier weaponry. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna have to put janitors and maintenance clones and cool solely because of 99. He carries the entire faction of janitor and maintenance clones. But again, I just feel so bad for these guys, because like 99, they're just either just bad at fighting, or like 99, they're just like deformed and they can't really do any much other tasks than maintenance and janitorial duties. So I just feel super bad for them, because like the Kaminoans hate them. So I mean, next is Jet Troopers. They're good, you know. I mean, pretty cool. Jetpacks. That's, I mean, what they are. Lancer Troopers, I'm gonna put in cool. I mean, if you haven't seen Clone Wars 2003, you probably should. Like the Clone Wars 2003 TV show. They're in a few of those. From what I know of, I've seen them. They're pretty cool. I mean, the point of them is, it doesn't make any sense, but they're still cool, and I just have to put them in cool. Clone Marines or Galactic Marines, I have to put in cool. I just think they're just, like, so cool. Like, Marines, and, I mean, what's different from them and normal clones is not touched heavily upon, but from what we can gather, they're just better than normal clone troopers. Clone Medics, I have to put in probably good. I mean, they can save their brothers, but at the same time, sometimes they don't, because, I mean, they'll just die on the battlefield, which, I mean, sucks. So sometimes they can't execute their jobs, but they try their best, and I can respect that. Naval officers, I'm going to have to put probably at mid. We don't see them doing much, but, I mean, there's that, so. The Null class ARC Troopers, I'm going to put in cool with the rest of the ARC Troopers. I learned this at one point, but I don't really remember what sets them apart. I just know that the ARC Troopers are, like, I believe dialed back versions in case of, like, hardcore. They're not as hardcore as, like, the Alpha or the Null class. So I'm going to put them in cool. Clone Airborne or Paratroopers, I have to put in, like, good. There's not much else to that. Clone Pilots, I respect pilots. I'm going to put them in cool. I just like them more than some of the other ones up here. Rail class ARC Troopers, there's too many ARC Troopers, but they are ARC Troopers, so I'm going to put them in cool. Republic Commandos, I'm going to have to put in epic. I think these guys are just basically the better versions of ARC Troopers, but at the same time, they work in teams, and ARC Troopers are more independent, and they have, like, teams of 4, you know. We're talking, like, Delta Squad, you know. We're talking, like, big names like Boss, and, you know, just, these guys are just the best of the best, in my opinion. I think they're just so great, and they're better than ARC Troopers, but that's up to debate. Riot Troopers, they're mid, honestly. Like, they're kind of just a more brutal police force. I believe they are attached to the Coruscant Guard in some way, but at the same time, I mean, they're just a brutal police force, and like a militarized police force, which probably isn't a good thing. The clone crewmen, I feel bad for, but at the same time, we don't really see them doing much else. I mean, we see them on Venators, like, taking care of starships and launching starships and such, but I mean, other than that, they don't do much else. And if there is to be, like, boarding, they can't defend themselves. I don't think they're properly trained to, and they're not given any weapons, so they'll just be slaughtered. Scout Troopers, I mean, they're definitely better than the Imperial counterparts, but I'm going to put them in cool, probably. I like them more than ARF and BARC troopers, but still, I don't know, like, they're just not epic, but they're better than good. Scuba troopers are fine, I guess. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Shadow troopers, I think, are, like, really cool. They are just shadow troopers. I mean, they're just shadow troopers. I don't know what else to say. You know, I believe they have some cloaking device, and they work with very, like, intricate and, like, behind enemy lines missions. So there's that. Clone snipers are just I'm gonna have to put them in good. I don't know. Basically what the Empire did is took clone snipers and clone scout troopers and combined them and made them their biker scouts. I mean, because you don't really need a sniper unit and a scout unit. Like, why not combine them? I mean, it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, I don't. Yeah. Snow troopers. They're just specialized clone troopers, so we'll put them in mid. Actually, no, they're good. I mean, like I said, they're normal clone troopers, just, you know, trained for snowy combat. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Special operations, they're the ones, actually, that, like, go behind enemy lines and stuff, you know. They do special operations. The shadow troopers are, more, like, cloaked. I mean, they do similar missions, but, like, the shadow troopers are just better. And Coruscant guards, again, with the same riot troopers, they're basically just a military police force, which shouldn't happen, because, like, when the military becomes the police or something, bad stuff happens or something, I don't know. So, I put no one in the stormtrooper category. Makes sense, because they're all clone troopers, but still, let's see, I'm gonna probably, I think I'll keep everything I've put here. I don't see any reason to really change it. Thanks for watching, I guess. Tell me what you think in the comments, and, bye.